What's going on, gamers? It's 11:18 p.m. over here. AGN keeps it real. I just came from a bar, but one that actually feels like a family. We had a really good time tonight. AGN is up there. But do you think that it's going to affect my business and my quality and my service? No, let's get into this. Are we ready? Let's put Xbox fanboys in their place with these results for Mr. Next Gen Player. I've seen people call him a PlayStation fanboy, but there's a difference between calling somebody a PlayStation fanboy and looking at the results yourself on the PlayStation Store. So let's talk about this. We're talking about something on the PlayStation Store that's only on the PlayStation Store. It's not on PC. It's not on Steam. It's not on Nintendo Switch. It's not on some handheld. It's not on mobile. It's only on PlayStation. So Wolverine and Ghost of Yote Complete Edition are both in the top 10 most pre-ordered PlayStation Store games in the United States. What this means is that they're both outselling Gears of War E-Day on Xbox and on Steam. Did you hear what I just said? Not only on Xbox, but also on Steam. We saw how dead Gears of War E-Day is. I gotta get on this camera in front of you. You don't let me get up in this camera. You can't even see me. Yeah, can't even see me. I'm about to clown Xbox right now. Yeah, look at the camera moving all like that. Well, listen. Only on PlayStation is going to outsell Xbox. We're talking about Marvel's Wolverine on PC, on mobile, and on Xbox. Gears of War E-Day is not going to outsell Marvel Wolverine only on PlayStation. Remember all the videos that I was making before this and everything else? Talk about all these Xbox fanboys, some of these PC fanboys too. Why do you think I'm including PC fanboys? Because you got Xbox games on Steam and you do not support them. But you want to talk about Marvel Wolverine. You got some people bringing up Soros too. But Soros had like an 87, 88 meta. You sit over there at 81 meta from a 97 meta from a Halo campaign Evolve. Garbage, no multiplayer. Please be quiet. Did Sony make a mistake by not putting Soros at $49.99? I agree with you. I think Soros would have been $49.99. Returnal should have been $49.99. We would have seen 3 times the sales that we saw right now. But at the end of the day, Wolverine and Ghost of Yote are in the top 10 most pre-ordered PlayStation Store games in the US. Wolverine is actually on there twice. Deluxe and regular edition. The deluxe edition is higher than the regular edition. If you see a game #1 on PlayStation and #1 on Xbox, let AGN score you. If you don't know about this. Drum roll. Number 10 on PlayStation can be higher than #1 on Xbox. Whoa! AGN, stop playing with me! That's how bad it is on Xbox. They don't buy any games. They're all on Game Pass. And they're not buying any physical copies. Actually, 9 times out of 10, Xbox Digital beats Xbox Physical. That's why I told Xbox fanboys and some of these butthurt PlayStation fanboys, which is a niche audience, and some of these PC fanboys that if you believe going to Xbox is going to solve your physical problem, then you don't know what you're talking about. Because if all third-party developers decide to go with Sony, and a lot of them told you that their digital ratio is 90% and above, say that again, 90% and above, if all of them told you that they're all going digital, what does it matter if Xbox Helix has a disk drive, but everything is digital? I'm jesting for Xbox fanboys. Right on top of your head. What that means is that all those third-party games are going to be digital on the Xbox Helix, which nobody wants to pay for. Let me help you out. IGN can be entertaining. And that PlayStation exclusives. Get off the camera real quick, AGN. And that PlayStation exclusives that are not coming to Steam and Xbox cannot have a physical copy. So how do you think that Xbox Helix is going to solve the problem? Answer my question, please. The question is, to the answer, it doesn't change the game because everything is all digital. If you want to play a PlayStation exclusive and you've been a PlayStation fanboy since the 90s, Xbox Helix is not getting PlayStation single player games. GTA 6 is never getting physical copies. The only platform that you could ever think of that is going to get physical copies is the Nintendo Switch, and that's a game key card. You said, hold on, but game key card. I said, but guess what though? You can still take the game key card and move it around, and you still have a physical aspect of it. On the Xbox Helix, if you're taking something like GTA 6 and you're looking at it, bro, all you got is a digital copy. I try to tell every Xbox fanboy and every PlayStation fanboy that's coming into my channel that's mad at Sony, you have a right to be, I'm not beating it down, that if you can't get a physical aspect of GTA 6, the email's not going to do it. That's all. Rockstar was saying, if I want to put GTA 6 on Switch 2, I got to do a game key card. Then the only solution is the Switch 2 game key card. I would like to see you combat AGN. This is not about trying to make Nintendo be above PlayStation and Xbox, but it's more about the fact that Xbox is not the solution to the problem that Sony is doing, because Xbox has been presenting that bankrupt physical world for a long time with the Xbox Series X, or S, sorry, excuse me on that, I made a mistake. The Xbox Series S and the cloud and the Game Pass. Xbox was never about preserving physical. They tried to kill that in 2013. That's why I tell any Xbox fanboy who overhates on PlayStation and PC fanboys on Steam, why are you talking about anything physical? Don't be a Steam fanboy and go to GOG to me. AGN will never be fake with you. I'm not going to lie to you. Because all of you, the majority of PC is 95% Steam. Don't try to play this game with me. Don't you go to Sony and criticize them. Well, Sony's been preserving physical way longer than you could even imagine when you're sitting over there all digital since the early 2000s. AGN has to go deep tonight on this. I got to be a gamer preacher. And when you look at the PlayStation world, which is the majority of third world party support, all these gamers that are supporting the highest level of third-party support, which is why you saw Black Ops Ports get 12 million on PlayStation, are buying $100 games, $149 games, $120 games, $80 games, $90 games. I'm like, hold on, man, why are you crying about games being expensive? You don't even buy the cheaper games. The only world you see that in is the Steam world. But PlayStation has discounts just like Steam. Now, it's been there. That's why digital got so high. All I'm doing is I'm trying to look at these numbers here and I'm like, hold up, man. I'm looking at like 90-some% of the gaming community and all of you are buying all of that stuff. So I kind of feel like this physical stuff is very minority and that there's more of the physical complaining even outside of the PlayStation world, in the PC world, and the Xbox world that supported the discless phenomenon. Why you guys being so fake, man? I kind of feel like a lot of PlayStation hate is kind of fake, and I'm a Nintendo gamer more than anything. But I buy a lot of PlayStation games. I've been PlayStation since PlayStation 1. There was no Xbox back then. And so I see this right here. I'm like, hold on, man. Hold on, man. My camera's the other way. Let me do this right here. Yeah, don't laugh at AGN. He just came from... Hold on, let's do this. Yeah, AGN's looking over here. I can't even. You see what I mean? AGN is. Don't you laugh at me, man. Oh yeah, AGN is looking over here, and I'm looking over here at this picture. I'm like, AGN parties hard, by the way. Wolverine is actually on there twice. Then I went to the PlayStation store today. I grabbed my DualShock, and I said, "Why is every time I go to the PlayStation store, I see deluxe higher than regular?" You're like, well, hold on. I said, well, that means PlayStation gamers be spending. Ain't nobody be spending like Nintendo gamers, though. Man, there is no renting PlayStation Extra, Premium, Xbox Game Pass. Nintendo gamers straight up buy games. Oblivion Remaster was #1 over Splatoon Raiders the other day. It finally tanked off, but Splatoon Raiders was almost #1 for a whole month. I'm telling you right now, worldwide, Splatoon Raiders probably sold like 3-4 million already. Nintendo games are insane. But the thing here is that I'm saying is that outside of the Xbox world, Steam don't even have a subscription like Nintendo. They be buying games. So you're saying, hold up. That means that the PlayStation world, the Nintendo world, and the Steam world, which, if you think about it, they both have like 100+ million install bases, all of them. Nintendo being probably #1, PlayStation right after, or PlayStation, they go neck and neck, and then Steam right there. The biggest percentage, if you grab all three of them, put them against Xbox, all three of them combined together is probably like 90% of the gaming industry. You want to be generous? 85. All of them buy games. Yeah. This isn't Netflix, Hulu, Disney, where the majority of the movie and the TV show industry is on subscriptions. This is the mistake that Microsoft made. They were too early into the game, where they tried to go cloud and streaming and digital. Though digital is now there. But what I'm saying is that Game Pass was not Netflix. Because Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Crunchyroll, Tubi, you just grab it, right? If you grab all of them together and you put them against Blu-rays and DVDs, they're like 90-something% of the ratio. But if you look at video games, the majority of video game purchases are non-subscription. Though subscription has grown along with digital. Digital is massive. I'm including digital. Digital's like almost close to 90%, 80-something%. If you grab Xbox, which is 90% digital, PlayStation, 82%, Steam, 100%, PC. The only thing is helping you out is GOG. And then Nintendo, which is 60-something%. AGN just giving you facts. We saw Nintendo was like 38%. This people coming, hell no, man, 60%. Because Nintendo was 38, but they add in all this. Nintendo digital is a little bit different. Japan is very high physical. I have nothing against physical. I'm just speaking facts here. We all supported this. We all put this in the position. Say Nintendo is 60% digital, 40% physical. No, 60%. Yeah, no, 60% digital, 40% physical. Added in with like the 85% digital with Xbox. 60%, okay. 80% of the world is probably digital. But if I grab DVDs, music, though vinyls have been growing a little bit, and I look at the majority of the world in general, even like apps, Uber Eats, all that, man, a lot of people are using stuff without moving because it's more beneficial to them. Then I would say the local world, though I don't like it because I'm an 80s guy. I was born in 89. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, this whole world has been desensitized into a digital matrix. So no wonder why when sometimes I run into people out in the open, and I'm a guy that when I see you, I want to look you in the eyes and I want to talk to you. These people are just like, hey man, how's it going, bro? I'm like, I'm saying, what's up, bro? And I'm looking at you and you're like, hey man, how's it going? I'm like, I thought we were kind of like talking to each other, right? Like, right? That's just how the world is now. Everybody is digital. Everybody is used to not like looking each other in the eyes. They're kind of like desensitized in a way. And it's like, okay, people got comfortable. Like, this is not a local world anymore. Everything has been digitalized. People are used to Netflix and chill and picking up the phone and typing a message. You're not looking at me when you're doing any of this. You're looking at the machine. I'm like, you told all these corporations this. And then you get mad at Sony because Sony says, I'm going a digital route. But you voted for it. Steam, PC, 100% digital. Xbox, 90% digital. The only world that's actually fighting for that I feel like is actually really more physical than anything is the Asian market in Japan. China is all PC. This is why we got to talk about this, because everything we're talking about here on this screen is deluxe and regular, but in the digital world. Nobody's observing physical like that compared to digital, because that's where you make more money. You don't got to pay Target. You don't got to pay Best Buy. You don't pay Amazon. You don't got to pay Walmart. You don't got to pay for the CD and the case and all that. It's just 100% profit. You and a developer, and they make more money together. And the only reason it's seen is to be more attractive than ever is because we have put it in this position. So we're looking at the digital war now. Phil Spencer talked about this a long time ago. And if you want to be realistic about it, if Xbox was going to move into the digital realm, they even failed in that because they destroyed the digital for the subscription day one. So how are you going to compete with PlayStation even in that, or Nintendo or Steam, when you told everybody that everything that you're doing, because when I think about subscriptions, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. You put everything on there, even your flagship franchises. And you got hurt so bad when you did Call of Duty Black Ops 7, you lost $300 million. So you said, man, take that off there. Why would you not do the same thing for Gears when you made that an exclusive and it costs just as much as Call of Duty? This is where I worry about Microsoft. You think I care about Xbox fanboys like GameStop? I don't pay them no mind because they don't make any real decisions. They're just sitting over there defending stuff to me that the whole world looks at as obvious. Like, why are you defending that? It's just basic math. If something costs you $500 million with marketing, the development, and a PlayStation port, why would you lock off the profit when you could go over to those two platforms? Is PlayStation still 2 and say, man, I can at least grab 150, 200 million from that. No, I just need 300 million from Xbox and PC. Because I did this. Have we forgotten math now? This is where AG is like, what are you doing? You can't play the PlayStation game. Your brain is so damaged and diluted. So why are you sitting over here criticizing Wolverine when the decisions you make don't even benefit? Sony's going to make back the money that it costs to make Wolverine. But is Xbox going to make back the money that it costs to make Gears of War? And Xbox fanboys are sitting over here looking at Wolverine and talking about Ghost of Yotei and making up all this stuff. But Ghost of Yotei budget was like 70 million. And if it sold 5 million, you just by saying 7 times 5, you made $350 million. More people were buying the $80 edition than that. 8 times 7 is 560 million. Though you didn't sell 7 million copies. Or no, I'm just saying, you didn't sell, you get what I'm saying though, you didn't sell 5 million copies at 8 or anything like that. Even if you did 80 times 5, that's 400 million. But it cost you 70 million. So marketing, add in 30 million, it's 100 million. Bro, if you sold 3 million copies, you made $210 million. We already know Ghost of Yotei made easily $300 million. You can look at Gears of War, you can look at Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei looks better than almost a lot of games I've ever seen. And it didn't even cost them $100 million. I look at Gears of War and Clockwork, 500 million, 500 million. What are you doing, man? How did it get that far? I thought when it comes to Unreal Engine 2, you're supposed to save yourself money. Well, somehow you go into this ridiculous range. Like, when you think about Clockwork, how is Clockwork $500 million? I don't get that world, bro. And you want to make it exclusive, then put it on Game Pass. It's like Gears of War. What the hell is wrong with this company? And then you see Gears of War open beta Steam results. It's garbage. And you don't even come out and say, we're talking about common sense here. That's not going to work. Steam doesn't give a damn about Gears of War. I would have been better off going on PlayStation and not including Steam. Oh man, that's what genius thing. It's like, bro, what are you doing? They don't even give a damn. Just to appear and appease who? These people that can't figure that out? Why would I take you serious? And they're coming to defend that. Bro, I would never reply to you. See where AGN is at? Now start understanding AGN. The way he actually thinks, the way his intelligence works. The way his reaction skills are like, am I going to react to you? Why hasn't AGN reacted? Why would I? How do you not get the math? Oh, you're just mad because it's not coming to PlayStation. You got a budget PC. Like this one guy, I'm like, are you sure? Because my PC costs over $2,000 something if you look on the market. And it blows away the Series X. But yet, I didn't go on Steam and download Gears of War. Because I don't care. I feel like the 360 world to me is outdated. And I have other interests. That, seeing Gears of War do that. Respective, I still show respect. I never said Gears of War was trash. I'm talking about budget, profit, and flopping. There's a difference between AGN, Dreamcast guy's video, and other people's. But he has his own opinion. I never said once in any video, find me a part of my video where I say Gears of War is garbage and it's a terrible game. You're never gonna find it. So AGN rests his case on that. Become a member for $3. Leave a tip down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think about this. Remember, PlayStation Top 10 is a lot more than Xbox Top 10. And Nintendo Top 10 is higher than both. So PlayStation Top 10 means something. Steam Top 10? They buy the same and play the same old games over and over. The lowest tops are Xbox, then Steam, then PlayStation at number 2, and then Nintendo at number 1, because there's no subscription on there to play any games. I don't even give a damn if it's 5 years old, 10, 12. Nintendo don't do that unless it's a console that's before the Switch 1. Later, remember, even if you love Xbox, I'm not beating that down. Keep on gaming no matter what platform you're on. And if you're on Steam or GOG, remember, app is included. Just listen to what I'm saying and look at it through common sense and remove your prejudice and your platform preference. Be honest with me and realize, do you think that Microsoft or Xbox makes sense lately? Ever since Phil Spencer left? I don't think so. I think it's all BS. Later.